did it with Dr. Jabalia for about 5 weeks in May. So I just finished here a few weeks ago. You know, for me, it was as much of a diet, because yes, I lost weight. I lost over 20 pounds. For me, it was actually almost a learning experience about emotional eating, eating patterns. I learned a lot about myself, because this is definitely, it's not just a quote-unquote diet. You will lose weight, that is a given. But for me, I think it was more identifying a lot of the things that got me there and why I became overweight in the first place. So my interaction with Dr. Jabalia was pretty straightforward. We would meet typically weekly. I'd get whatever my injections amount that I needed for the week. And then, you know, she would like us to text, you know, daily. And I actually got a kick out of that because it kept me on track, honest. And I would talk to her about whatever I needed to know, concerns I had, how I was feeling, energy level, you name it. And then just random questions that might come up. So for me, that was actually a huge importance. The other thing that I loved is that it was weekly. So that if I got into it and decided to cut it off at week 3, we could do that. Whereas other places, I think you can do for a mandatory kind of 3 to 6 weeks. Whereas I like the flexibility of this, for sure. As far as the costs, I would look at it, for me, more of an investment. You figure the amount of money you pay for a personal trainer or any of the other diet programs out there, it's beyond comparable. The other HCG programs that I looked into, the reason I chose Dr. Jabalia was, again, you could go just for week by week by week, which is a big deal. If you don't think you're gonna last or be able to do this, and you had to pay upwards, sometimes they're close to $1,000 for 6 weeks when you're only going to be able to last 2, that's a huge difference. So I think for me, being able to have that, okay, I can extend an extra week, or you know what, I'm going to cut it off at week 3, whatever that might look like. So for me, that was important. The first couple days you load, awesomely not hungry, and in fact quite full. Then that first day I was fine on HCG on the 500 calorie day. Days 2, 3, and 4 were very difficult for me. But once I woke up on that 5th day, wasn't hungry, I would skip breakfast. I wanted to eat or thought about eating, but then when I actually went to do it, it was fine. So, and then that continued the whole rest of the way through. As far as advice or tips for this diet, planning is huge, and Dr. Jabalia forewarned me that that was a big deal. And I was already kind of into that with when I'm better on my own plan and more focused, but definitely you got to plan for cooking for a few days, if not for the week. Have things ready to go on hand, plan out your calendar, your events. I'm in sales, I do a lot of business lunches, I have a lot of social events, and we would talk about those as they would come up and ways to navigate around them. But I think as far as anything else for your health, the biggest money you're going to spend is maybe for a new wardrobe, because your clothes are going to be falling off of you, which is collateral damage in a good way.